TGR.
Hey everybody, welcome to our E3 2019 awards show. I'm Sean.
I'm Rudy.
It's your boy Onyx, aka Hisoka. I don't know why. It's because I'm wearing a shirt. Whatever.
AKA Link, because I'm wearing a Link's Bass shirt.
Thank you.
Que la fuerza te
acompañe.
May the force be with you. In
And with
Spanish.
you.
Oh.
Y contigo.
We're here to We're here to talk about 3 different awards.
Full of a took.
You fool of a took. Throw yourself in next time and rid us of your stupidity.
Oh, man.
This is how we roll here at TGR. We're going to talk about 3 different awards that we have for E3. We're going to kick things off with Best Conference. We're going to come up with 5 nominees together and then collaborate on one. We're going to talk about the biggest surprise or you never see it coming award. We're going to do the same thing. 5 picks and then a consensus. And last but not least, our game of show, which if you've seen our betting special and betting special results show, you would know that I have the singular, unique ability to select what that game will be.
I'm still going to voice my opinion.
But
Well,
you
of
will
course
still
you
hear
are.
opinions. Use the timestamps in the description below to jump to specific awards. Without further ado, we're going to start with Best Conference. So, there were a few... Okay, there's an elephant in the room.
There is.
There's one that I think we all would agree was amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
Digital Devolver.
You mean,
See what I did there?
What?
Devolver Digital.
Devolver Digital. God damn it.
I'm like, digital Devolver.
It was Devolver's digital event. It was a digital Devolver.
Just pulling it back
Yeah,
in.
yeah. He tried.
He tried.
Anyway, Devolver Digital.
Yeah.
That was amazing, and you know, I
Totally
haven't
unexpected.
kept up with their E3 like conferences because they're actually a continuing story. I haven't kept up. Going in to the to the 3rd chapter, that was awesome. That was so
Yeah.
funny. It was such a palate cleanser too at the time.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like, we had just watched some very.
Was it
rough-
Ubisoft was the last one that we saw?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was...
No. It wasn't Ubisoft. It was Bethesda.
Was
We
it?
had watched.
Oh.
Yeah. Ubisoft was on Monday.
You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was Devolver Digital was Sunday night, and we watched that.
Before Ubisoft? I
Yeah.
thought we watched it after Ubisoft.
Maybe we did watch it after.
I think we
Ubisoft.
did.
Yeah, because
I forget.
I remember
Doesn't matter.
You're right.
It was
E3
great.
was such a blur.
It was a nice change of pace.
It was just
Oh,
a palate
man,
cleanser,
yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
100%.
yeah. Awesome. So definitely up there. Definitely.
For sure.
I feel like Square Enix did a much better job this year than they did last year. I liked how they presented things with the different picture frames, and they were constantly jumping around. They revealed a lot of games.
It's kind of like Nintendo Direct a little bit.
Yeah.
Like it was like their own
Fair.
like
It was a
direct,
hybrid.
but a hybrid. Yes, thank you. That's exactly what it was.
Because they definitely had your live stuff. They had people coming up, talking, showing things, demonstrating things, And then they also had like a bunch of just trailers.
Yeah.
There was Final Fantasy VII Remake looks really good, despite the salt about it just being Midgar. It looks like, wow, they're gonna pull this off.
It's
Yeah.
pretty.
It's-
And like I've had some time to think about it too. Like I like that the combat system seemingly seems that they're targeting the best of both worlds. I really still don't get why Square hates turn-based systems, and I don't understand why
but they're
people
they're
say
doing
that.
the combo.
Right.
It's
like
okay.
Whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks good. And that's what I'm gonna say.
They
about it.
announced some mana packages and remakes, and they announced
Right.
Final Fantasy VIII's finally coming. So.
Right. Oh, a bunch of those
Goodness.
RPGs that were stuck to Japan too.
Yes.
Like the retro RPGs that are coming over here.
Yes.
Like I
Yeah.
forget the Setsu 3 one. And I don't know because but yeah.
Yeah, it was a good con.
Final
event.
Fantasy 8 remastered.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Source
Dude.
code got lost. Yeah. Well, here it is, baby, with Dissidia Squall. Hello. I'm down.
I'm down.
What was another really big one that had a lot of?
I mean, obviously Microsoft. Microsoft
Yeah.
was good.
Oh, Microsoft
You
was
have
boom, boom,
Keanu
boom, boom, boom.
Reeves, which is like, major surprise.
He
right?
broke E3.
Might be in the next award category.
Might be.
Might be.
We've got Scarlet stuff that he talked about, which a lot of it was fluff. They didn't really talk numbers.
Yeah, like
They just said 120 FPS and possibly 8K, which
Like-
cool. But no hard numbers, no
Yeah.
actual demonstration besides Halo Infinite, and that could still be like very early stage stuff. So, we did see a lot of games. A lot of games.
We got announcements of some Japanese games
PSO2.
like PSO2,
Huge.
a new Tales game.
Tales
of
Arise.
Arise. Thank you.
They just showed a lot of good content. You know, the
some
Dragon
good
Ball
indies.
Kakarot. You know,
Elden
Yeah.
Ring.
but still, a new
Elden
game.
Ring. Thank
Elden
you.
Ring did show
Dude,
up in the
Elden
CGI
Ring.
trailer.
Oh my god.
That's the one thing though. I think overall for E3, a lot of CGI trailers.
Yeah.
Not a lot of
It's the
demos
year before
Yeah.
next gen, so
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
not going to reveal a whole lot yet.
Yeah,
Yep.
which kind of hurts a little bit, but that's
I'm
alright.
okay with it, man.
Yeah.
It was one big commercial, and I enjoyed it.
I mean, that's what E3 is, right? But whatever. Either way, so I think Microsoft was definitely up there.
So we have 3. We don't have to do 5 if there's one. If you can't think of another
Well, I
good
can
one.
think of another one.
Well, yeah, I
Like
think
what?
we can all,
Nintendo.
yeah, like
Oh,
we can all,
Nintendo.
we all
The
agree
Nintendo
that
Direct.
Nintendo was on point.
The Nintendo Direct was incredible. I had my dream, or part of
You
it.
got your yes.
That's
was a
huge.
big- that's a big
huge.
That
Just
was.
the whole thing. Like, I don't know. It's you start off strong with Dragon Quest Hero on Smash, which we knew was gonna happen already from rumors and stuff, and you end with Banjo Kazooie, and you have these 2 bookmarks that like there's so much good in the middle.
With then an epilogue
And then-
of Breath of the Wild 2.
Exactly.
yeah, yeah.
Like I'm like, it
Like,
ended
it
on
did-
Banjo. What? No, it
Come
ended
on.
on Breath of the Wild.
But that's what I'm saying. Like Banjo was because
Was further at the end.
Yeah.
the thing is like they showed their conference to the press
Yes.
before,
Yes.
and they didn't show Breath of the Wild 2.
You're right. They kept that from the press, so
it
even the
wouldn't leak.
press was surprised when the direct
yeah,
actually
they
aired.
didn't want it to leak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, dude, let's go Nintendo. Like that's why I consider that like the epilogue. You're right, because it's like nobody knew that was there.
Right.
Breath of the Wild 2.
It was like staying after the credits for that post
the
credit
after credit scene.
Only this one was before the credits.
Right. So that's 4.
That's
Yeah.
4. I don't want to nominate any other ones.
I don't
really
either.
don't want to.
I don't either.
They weren't great.
They were not.
No.
So 5th will be E3 2020. That's my nomination for the 5th conference.
Actually,
E3
no.
2020 is gonna be incredible.
No. Conference this year. I changed my mind.
Oh.
The 5th conference is Sony's conference. Thank you. No, seriously. Thank you for not showing up, because companies like Ubisoft probably should not have come to E3
Definitely.
this year.
Bethesda, like, what are they
In
showing?
hindsight, they probably made a really good choice not to come
Saved
back.
millions of dollars by not doing that. Like,
But generating hype for probably stuff that wouldn't be coming,
yeah.
Yeah.
because everybody's gearing up for next gen right now, so they're holding back. I was a little like, come on, just at least show us like Death Stranding, which now we
But-
know is coming out this year. But they did.
Yeah.
They released it ahead of time.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they're keeping it back, and that was probably a tough decision for them to make, but I think it was a classy decision
Yeah. Yeah.
in hindsight.
Yeah.
Post E3, because of how some of the other conferences went.
I mean,
So-
they still had a presence, just
Right.
like how you mentioned with Death Stranding. They still announced the specs for the PS5 beforehand.
Yep.
Dude, the Final
There
Fantasy
is-
VII release date was announced on their Twitter.
On their State of
after,
Play.
After,
The first gameplay and the
oh,
release,
yeah,
not the release date. I'm
Yeah, the
sorry.
The
release
release date
date.
was at the concert, but then they shared it on their Twitter and their feed, and their like
Yeah.
it was a Sony branded video.
Yeah.
Like Sony was there without actually physically being there,
Yes.
and I
they
think
were like in the back of the crowd, like, "Hey, we're here. By the way, here's 7 remake the release date. Oh, here's Death Stranding."
What I'm saying is that like last year was kind of a bit, I don't know, underwhelming, because there was only 4
definitely.
tentpole titles,
Four
and that
games,
was it
And they kind of focused too much on the
on the
Just the-
pizzazz,
yeah, they-
like the
they-
showmanship of it,
right,
And
which
like,
which I can appreciate,
Yes.
but I'm not here for that. We crap all over people saying, showing us developer diaries. That's another way of bloating something.
Yeah,
just
but
showing you the showmanship.
you come from like the heels of Microsoft,
right.
which last year I'm pretty sure we all agree was pretty epic.
Last year was kind of incredible.
And then Sony is like, well, we have these 4 titles, and then there's a montage of indie games and things like that, but that's it.
Right.
So this year they were like, let's take a step back. Let's go ahead and let whatever third-party games are coming out on both consoles pop up on Microsoft's
Right.
conference. Let them do all the marketing. We're still going to make money because people that have a PS4 are going to buy it here. And that's that. I think they played it smart.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think they played it really smart, especially on the cusp of next gen.
So how do we have a consensus out the gate of what the best conference would be?
I do.
I mean,
it's-
You have a consensus.
I know.
with
I
the
do.
three with
I do,
us.
I do.
You just
I know what
have-
I would vote for.
Yeah, I just have that feeling. I feel it in my
Yeah.
bones.
You feel it? Yeah.
Announce it, Sean.
My Nintendo.
.com.
It was pretty clear. I think was an easy second place.
Oh,
like
totally.
they were like right there.
Dude, Keanu.
Hold on. I'm gonna throw a little bit of a thing here. I think Microsoft and Square would be tied for 2, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff at Microsoft that I didn't care about. A lot of disappointments too. Battletoads, not feeling it, and I don't know, man. Like Square did really good, especially in comparison to last year. It was like such an improvement. Avengers looked awful.
It did.
Sorry,
But Phantasy Star Online too. So
yeah, that's a big
Yeah.
deal.
But it was clear Nintendo just went for the throat. They weren't held back by the next gen wave that's coming next year.
Right.
To your point, they're marching to their own beat.
Yep.
So
just
they can do whatever the hell they
They
want.
can do whatever they want.
You want a Cadence of Hyrule? Okay. Oh, you want a Link's Awakening remake? Okay.
You want
still
Astral
not
Chain?
enough Zelda
You
for
want
you?
Astral Chain?
Here's just Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah.
Boom,
Yeah,
in your
yeah.
face.
Seriously.
You want 2 Platinum games that are being made? Bayo and Astral Chain? Just go for it, man. Here you go. Like game after game after game, man. Ugh, good on you. Panzer Dragoon!
Oh my god.
That's all I'm saying.
So
where's Kirby?
for those of us, we have some Patreon patrons,
Yeah,
Patreon.
Patreon. Patrons on Patreon.
and some of them got to vote in this award ceremony, and
Right.
so we're here to tell you what their selections were. We actually have 2 contributors, Jürgen Schmid, I really hope I pronounced that right, and Van Tel.
Let us know in the comments.
Both of them, or on our Discord, both of them also selected Nintendo as the best conference.
Yeah.
It's unanimous
Yeah.
across the board.
I mean, it's
Come on, it's Nintendo.
It's
legendary announcements. That's what makes E3 special. We always think of 2015
Yeah.
as one of the legendaries because we got 3 major things. Shenmue, we got Final Fantasy, we got Last Guardian. Huge stuff.
Banjo coming back, that's
That's
in
huge.
Smash. It's not like the 10-year wait announcement.
Yeah.
Well,
Dude, people have been wanting him since Smash 64.
No, maybe it is.
Remember, Rare was still with Nintendo back then, even during the Melee times.
Yeah.
Like, people wanted him back then, and then Microsoft swooped him out, and that's where we lost it.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, it would have been longer. People have actually been waiting, like, almost 2 decades for this.
Wow.
That's insane. That's insane.
Well,
And Dragon Quest in Japan, also insane. To us, it's maybe, like, a little bit less of an excitement, but... I mean, Dragon Quest is another hallmark in Japan. It's bigger than just a video game.
oh yeah,
So,
just as popular as Final Fantasy.
if not more, I
In
would say.
Japan, yeah.
It's insane. It's insane.
Or Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
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 Oh my god. Monster Hunter Hero. Monster Hunter.
Oh jeez.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Next character.
yeah.
Let's go.
So, anything else we want to say about Nintendo?
Do it again next year, guys.
Yeah.
Good friggin' job.
Or
man.
do it again in August when you show up with another Nintendo Direct.
I know.
You just knock
Yeah.
them out of the park.
Keep on going.
Just keep it coming. Okay, next up, let's think of some nominees for our biggest surprise or
You never see it coming. I mean, I can already tell you one of mine. I mean, this makes so much sense. It was my final bet in the betting special because I thought it would never happen. I got Panzer Dragoon.
Yep.
I got a remake of the first game.
That
And,
was it. As soon as you said, like, we didn't know what it was yet.
Yeah.
Or probably wouldn't
Well,
for longer had you not said so.
two-
as soon as you
two
said
notes.
Panzer Dragoon.
Two notes. In the music, nothing but mountains and
Yeah.
water.
It was like,
It's like,
As soon as you said Panzer Dragoon, I'm like, there's no. Like, I was like, that was your dream and final bet. That doesn't happen.
I know.
Who
It's
does
an
that?
impossibility.
I'm
The
just-
original team disbanded. The original creator created his own company outside of Sega. Did Crimson Dragon on the Xbox One, which was a 360 game for Kinect. Failed miserably because that game was
course.
awful. It had way too many microtransactions. I bought it. I played it. I didn't like it. I'm like, that's it. That's it. The dream of a future for the Unreal shooters with Panzer Dragoon are dead. It's over. Smilebit is dead. And here we are.
Here we are.
They said Forever Entertainment, some Polish developers I've never heard of before that apparently are very passionate. I joined their Discord. They have a whole segment of like remake feedback. They want to hear what we want. And I'm like, please, this could be an actual dream come true. So, yes.
the hype is real.
Yeah.
Rudy, were there any other big surprises that came out?
Keanu,
of
dude. I mean, I'm stoked for Cyberpunk. I mean, I know there are some people that are like, oh, well, you know, it hasn't really brought anything in.
Gunplay
and the
apparently is
and all
kind
this
of
and that.
Like
I don't give two craps. I really sincerely believe that it's going to be a phenomenal experience because, again, looking back at The Witcher 3, one of your biggest gripes was the gameplay. The combat was pretty simple.
You didn't need to like get ready like in the
yeah,
other Witcher.
yeah.
The other Witcher's like
you had to
really
brew
rewarded
potions. You have to set up traps
and stuff.
and
This
all
game
that stuff.
didn't really reward that. You could kind of mash and fight your way through it way more easier than before.
Yes, and I agree. But
the overall
I'm okay.
experience and package was still.
I'm 100% okay with that because, like, as far as like gameplay versus story, like I feel like you definitely lean more towards the gameplay side, and I lean more towards the story side of things.
If I'm getting a 60-hour game and 10 of those hours are story and the other 50 are gameplay, yeah, I'm kind of gonna. That's a big chunk for me to.
Totally.
Cyberpunk. I'm assuming that's gonna be the same ratio. I'm assuming we're gonna get
We'll see.
30% story, 70% gameplay. You know,
Who
maybe.
knows?
I
mean, they said that they're gonna go ahead and treat their DLC and the stories
the
just
same way
like
as Witcher, yeah,
and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Friggin' sign me up, man.
I let people, I like to take like my consideration when I play the game.
Oh yeah,
If
totally.
I don't play the game,
totally.
I'm gonna take everything with a grain of salt.
Which is why I didn't buy Bloodstained until the initial impressions came out. Because I don't know if you saw, like I bought it today. I was like, all right, let's go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
On the Switch because I'm gonna be overseas. But no, man, Keanu Reeves coming out, like that was
random.
Totally unexpected.
Nobody saw that coming.
No. People were
all.
hiding him, like apparently behind stage,
Yeah.
like so nobody would know. Like nobody knew he was gonna show up.
Yeah.
I think it was like Phil Spencer and 2 other people. That's crazy.
They had another person in his spot, like when they were doing rehearsals.
Right.
He wasn't even out there. They had a different name, everything.
Yep.
It was nobody saw it coming.
That's so cool.
Cool.
What's yours?
Probably not to the popularity surprise of Keanu Reeves, but Phantasy Star Online 2 showing up, that is a pretty big deal.
It's huge.
That game's been around for a long time. We thought Sega had abandoned that franchise here in the West.
Dude.
And they showed up. And it's coming to Xbox, it's coming to PC. Did they say it's coming to Switch
I
later?
feel like I read that somewhere.
Yeah,
that
I feel like I
to
did
Switch,
too.
but maybe
It would make sense.
Presumably, it would also then come to the PlayStation, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But that's just awesome
Yeah.
that they're bringing it back, and it's following Sega's trend of, oh, okay, I guess we'll put the Yakuza games over here in the West.
Yeah.
And thank you for listening, because I still want to see Phantasy Star Episode 1 and 2, online 1 and 2. They please bring that back.
They would have to remake it though, right?
No, I don't see why they would have to.
Or at least like remaster it.
It would probably need to be a remaster, sure, but just port the GameCube version to the Switch and update the graphics and the button commands.
I
And
mean,
blah,
we're
blah,
getting
blah.
Crystal Chronicles. I mean, they
Yeah.
should be able to do it. It's just a matter of like
Time and effort.
and the market, right? If
Right.
PSO2 is popular, maybe they'll be like, all right, actually, there's people that want to play these games. Let's bring them out there.
Yeah.
And that's really all it is. Like,
Vote with your dollars.
I don't get Panzer Dragoon makes no sense to me, but like. PSO I know has some big online community behind it, so it makes sense that they're finally bringing it over. Especially, it has to be on Switch. It's already on there in Japan. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the fact that it came was a big surprise. We could probably fit a couple more in there. I can think of 3, so I don't know.
I mean,
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of
Yeah,
the
That was
Wild.
pretty
that needs to be on the
crazy.
list. You're right.
I did not expect that at all.
We had the discussion beforehand, and we were thinking like, we didn't think we were gonna see the sequel.
No,
especially
with
you said it
Link's
yourself, like,
Awakening.
right? Link's Awakening, Cadence. It was like we're getting 2 Zeldas essentially this year.
I thought
Yeah.
they were gonna hold Zelda. Time-wise, it made perfect sense.
yeah.
I thought they were going to hold that back and maybe announce it early next year for a holiday release around the time that Next Gen rolls out to combat everybody's going to buy Next Gen. Oh,
Right.
but Breath of the Wild 2. We don't know when this game's coming out. It may not come out next year.
No.
Yeah.
But
I have a feeling
they showed
it
up with
will.
it now.
I have a feeling it's gonna come out next year simply because they keep saying this was supposed to be DLC, and it just kind of became so grandiose. They're like, "Let's make a new game."
Just
Yeah.
like Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Yeah.
Yes, just like Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask was a bunch
Fair.
of ideas that they were like, "Well, we got to make a new game. We got to do it in a year. Let's take the foundation of Ocarina of Time, reuse a bunch of assets, and let's just change it up.
Yep.
They're doing the same thing.
Yep.
They're going to reuse Hyrule again, but I have a feeling we're going to see towns being built up, like the world slowly recovering after the calamity. Oh man, dude, Breath of the Wild.
Don't sleep on it.
Let's bring in those dungeons, baby.
See what I did there?
Link,
Because
Link.
open your eyes, Link.
open your eyes.
Oh boy. Okay, we can only fit one more on the table. We got
Yeah.
4 already.
I mean, if you want to throw in one of the Smash reveals, Banjo-Kazooie, what we discussed earlier,
Yeah.
kind of a big deal.
I think that would be the other
And
one.
even though, it's weird. It's like, I don't know, it felt surprising, but it almost didn't. Because it's like, people have wanted this for so long.
Yeah.
And I think that on that Smash ballot they did a few years ago, I think Banjo was pretty high up there.
Yeah.
Like, Bayonetta was like number
sure it
1,
was.
so that's where she got in there. And I think Banjo was high up there, too.
It's funny because, like, in retrospect, you can almost look at that trailer and see, okay, if as soon as we put Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, and K. Rool on screen, people are gonna know that it's Banjo-Kazooie. So how do we fake them out? Like, they basically followed the King K. Rool
Yeah.
reveal
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the fake out of K. Rool being King DDD, or in this
Yeah.
one it was the Duck Hunt Dog. But they started it with that montage, like they did the K.
Of the
Rool
enemies,
one,
yeah.
of the enemies, and I think one of us even said,
I think it was you.
"Oh, they're revealing a new enemy, a new villain, a new bad guy."
Yeah, that threw me for a loop. I'm like, crap,
So,
who is it?
So that was the perfect way to throw everyone
Yeah,
off
yeah.
because it went right back to Donkey Kong, and it's like, well, what other enemy? I don't get. And then the puzzle piece bounces, and it's
that
like,
was
oh,
it's friggin'
now I get
Banjo.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to give a slight, like a commemorative, like Dragon Quest Hero. Like, I really don't want to downplay it. It's pretty big. Like like I said earlier, it's a big franchise. So it coming out on, it's like a Persona thing. Like,
Yeah.
so it's kind of cool. But Banjo-Kazooie.
I also really liked how they had all the Donkey Kong characters like smiling
Oh
and
my
cheering
God,
him on.
yes!
Like, I know Smash is all about friendly but that was just like,
Like, they were happy.
Yeah.
our cousins here. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is great. I thought
It-
that was a really cool
It
touch.
makes sense because it's Rare. Rare literally did the Donkey Kong Country series. That's where K. Rool came
Yeah.
from.
Right.
Like, that was really cool.
Yeah.
Really nice touch by Nintendo. Oh, damn, Banjo-Kazooie.
So we've got 5 that we talked about: Panzer Dragoon, Keanu Reeves,
Right.
Phantasy Star Online 2, Breath of the Wild 2, and
Banjo-Kazooie.
Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah.
This is gonna be hard. I mean, I personally, we know that I'm gonna say Panzer. That is too close to home. That is too personal. That felt like the video game gods were like, "Hey, buddy, here you go. You get one. You get one this year." So I mean, that's what I personally would go for. But if there's like a if we all disagree on one, I can go one way or the other. Because I know it's also a pretty niche title. It's a freaking Unreal shooter.
So we call this the "You Never See It Coming" award.
Right.
It's biggest surprise, but you never see it coming, and it's like Banjo didn't have to happen, but
People were expecting
in
it,
the
like you
realm of
said.
possibilities,
The ballot
could have
we
happened.
discussed earlier.
Breath of the Wild 2, it was
was
going to happen
inevitable.
someday.
Yeah.
Panzer Dragoon, maybe not as much. Phantasy Star Online, maybe not as much. But there's still games that are out there that could be remade or could be released. I don't think anybody saw Keanu Reeves coming. Like, that just... I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
no.
you couldn't predict that as far as, like, video game... What could happen?
Like,
Yeah.
I would have expected Lady Gaga, to be honest with you. Well, no,
Well,
because
she's a
You know,
gamer.
no,
She
no,
plays
that's a
Bayonetta.
good idea.
No, she was seen, like, that's the rumors, that she was seen at CDPR doing mocap.
Oh, dude, what if
yeah,
they announce
yeah.
her later?
What if they announce her as, like, the villain?
That'd be cool.
As,
I mean, she's a gamer. She literally
yeah.
plays Bayonetta.
I know.
But see, now if they do announce that, we saw it coming.
Yeah. So,
But we didn't talk about Keanu Reeves
No,
before
man.
that.
It's just because you never saw it coming.
This is my thing, though. Keanu Reeves, while an amazing surprise, I just like actors have already been in games, and
But
just
it's
in
Keanu
comparison,
Reeves.
in comparison to like Phantasy Star and
the
Panzer,
one, man.
Phantasy Star hasn't had a new game since 2012, even though it's an online game that has been played. Panzer even longer. It's literally been 17 years. You know, it's a dead IP from a dead, like, essentially team. Like, that, like, people don't understand the impossibility of that. That's why I'm staking my guns with that one. However, if you two, I mean, obviously it's a...
Well, I mean, if we're going to stick personal claims in it, I wouldn't say Keanu either. But
Yeah.
to come to a consensus, I think it would
Yeah.
probably have to be Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Unless you tell me there's another thing that might be a consensus.
No, I think... Breath of the Wild would be the only other thing, really.
Yeah, because
What do you guys? Is it Breath of the Wild? Would you say Breath of the Wild over Keanu?
It's so weird. Breath of the Wild was like... Breath of the Wild? What?
Well, because we're all like, is this Metroid Prime?
Yeah, I know.
What is this?
what?
Oh, it's Bayonetta.
Yeah.
This is where...
Wait, what?
Is that the freaking costume? Am I seeing blue?
Is that Zelda
Zelda
riding
alien
on a
shirt?
thing? And it
Yeah,
was like
the short
what?
hair, like all of it was like a crazy surprise.
And then some dead. Was that a
I think that was
female?
Ganondorf.
Oh, that was supposed to be
I think that's
Ganondorf.
Yeah.
Oh, the body of Ganondorf.
Right.
Yeah, because
'Cause we had
you fought
Calamity
Calamity.
And the body of him is essentially what that could be. Dude, I'm telling you.
There's
hype.
so much,
And
and then the music being backwards and stuff. Is just,
Dude, the Gerudo theme in Cadence of Hyrule is...
Okay.
Anyway.
Banana.
And you know, I don't want to sound like I'm downplaying Keanu Reeves, man. It's good, dude. That's probably the best Zelda song.
I now stuck in my head. Sorry.
Anyway, Keanu Reeves. I don't know, whatever. Yeah. So I don't know. It's up to you guys. Either way, I think all the surprises were actually. Wow, this is our E3 awards like halftime show.
intermission. Oh man.
We deliver.
What would you guys?
I would say Keanu Reeves just because like
Okay.
I
Keanu-
like
it's Keanu.
it's like it's a persona that nobody, and no pun on the anything, but it's just a persona that you did not expect in the game at all. Like
He's a character in the game.
like
It's Neo.
exactly.
In Cyber, like that just makes
John
so
Wick,
much
dude.
sense.
John Wick makes more sense than Neo.
Well, okay. Combination of the two.
Yeah, man. Or Johnny Mnemonic, whichever one.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I should watch
Pretty
this.
cool.
Man.
You should.
I should.
You really should.
You should. Dude, they're so good. I still haven't seen John Wick 3 though.
Oh,
I'll probably watch it
dude.
overseas.
Anyway,
So
so that's our best surprise.
So we didn't see it coming.
We didn't see it coming.
Keanu
No one saw it
Reeves.
coming.
Looking at our patrons, Vantel agreed with us. Keanu Reeves was the biggest surprise. They didn't see that coming. Jurgen Schmid went with Breath of the Wild 2.
And I don't blame him.
I don't blame him.
no,
on that.
heck no, I would have agreed. It's huge, but I've got my dragon, man.
You're Dragoon.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
All right. So now let's talk about Game of Show. Our final award. Since we're not consenting on anything.
Right.
No, I don't think we're gonna.
Yeah.
You guys can each share your Game of Show, and then I'll reveal
What's
the
your
TGR
game of
Game
show?
of
I
Show.
have no idea. What's your game of show?
It's not Panzer Dragoon.
Yeah.
It definitely isn't. No.
No?
Panzer Dragoon was a teaser.
Yeah?
That was 30 seconds to a minute of footage of that. And like, while it showed stuff like I'm relatively confident, there was still some things about the trailer that I'm, as such a mega fan that I am, I'm like, yeah, they got I shared my concerns with them already.
Yeah. Good.
You know? So
Good.
like I hope they take into that and they responded. So hopefully, but it's not my game of show. Even though I'm slightly worried, I'm giving it to this game simply because it turned my opinion around quite a lot. Quite a lot. We giving it to 7 Remake.
Wow.
Really?
I'm still hella worried.
Wow.
I still don't want just Midgard from a first game. I don't care what anybody says. Turn-based systems are good. They are not outdated.
But so are action games.
Yes, they are, but Final Fantasy is not an action series. But now I guess it is.
The remake is.
Final Fantasy 15, bro.
The remake is.
Hey, that combat system. All I'm saying is this: there's nothing wrong with turn-based.
Don't knock
for
this.
people to say, oh my god! Look, for people to literally say that turn-based systems do not work in modern games is ignorant at best.
I agree.
But
I agree with that statement.
But I still will say they turned a lot of. I thought it was going to be a pure Kingdom Hearts-esque action game, and what they showed this time was impressive. Again, I still am worried. I still think it looks hella flashy for its own sake. A lot of numbers, a lot of junk that we may not even need. But they changed my opinion a lot. I went from I honestly don't think this game is going to deliver at all to this actually could deliver in very good ways.
Yeah.
And it looks beautiful, even though it's too cluttered sometimes. So that's what I would give it to.
Yeah.
I know I sound negative as hell, but I'm a realist.
No, that's a good one.
You want to go?
Well, no,
I'm
because I'm revealing the game of show. Game of show.
All right. So I'm definitely like torn because even though I'm like ridiculously stoked for Cyberpunk, like
We didn't see much.
exactly,
We didn't
like
see
we saw
much.
like probably like 5 seconds. It was a CG trailer, and we saw like maybe like 5 seconds of like at the end, maybe 5 frames. I don't know, but if I were to say like the one game that I am most hyped for from all of E3, I would have to say Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
okay.
dude, because like you, I was skeptical.
Mm-hmm.
Like the other stuff that they showed me has been like, yeah, like it's cool, and there seems to be like some story there,
Yeah.
and but playing it, or not playing it, but watching it and
Right.
seeing the treehouse.
Yeah. Treehouse did a lot of
Dude.
good for a lot of people.
There is so much there.
Yeah.
It is so Game of Thrones for me.
Yeah. Well, I think I don't know where I read that. Maybe I just thought about it too, but it feels like they're taking inspiration from that.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm not a big fan of SRPGs.
Right.
And we've talked about it off screen plenty of times. This guy with tactics all the time. I'm like, whatever. But it's whatever. Anywho, no, man, Fire Emblem's. I'm actually like really hyped for it. That trailer that they showed and the stuff that they showed at the Treehouse actually made me push that pre-order button, that pre-purchase
Nice.
There
button
you go.
on
Nice, yeah.
the eShop. Like, I'm sold.
Ooh, on the eShop, buying
Yeah,
it
he bought it
digitally.
digitally.
Well,
you
yeah.
have
I don't have
Oh
to.
yeah, you don't. You can
It's-
buy it over there, the European version.
Yeah, but the closest store is like 40 minutes away. So,
Oh yeah.
so
Get Amazon Prime and never mind.
no, that's it actually comes from Germany.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah,
Oh.
so I'm not gonna do that. Sorry.
I think maybe before I reveal the official game of
Yes,
show,
yes.
maybe we should share our Patreon game of
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so Vantel actually shared Fire Emblem Three Houses
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Rudy.
Which I mean, like he said, it looks really
Dude,
good.
it
Yeah.
looks so good.
Yeah,
And the stuff that we talked about off camera, like I was like, what? I did not expect that. So.
yeah.
Jurgen Schmid went with a very respectable pick in the sense that this was one of the few games that got a full gameplay demo at E3.
Yes.
And it actually, this was a game that made me go, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Watch Dogs Legion.
Yes. Yeah. The whole idea of like you can play as any NPC, huge.
Oh yeah.
And it is E3. They are gonna build up hype. How they're gonna go? They've said they have all these different like origin stories. I need to see how they're gonna work out, because are they gonna have a different origin story for every single grandma?
Yeah.
Or are they all gonna be differentiate? Like slightly different origin story. I don't know.
They're all from the same book club.
But but just the concept of that, and it be to make it look the way it did. Yeah, that's some good stuff.
It
man.
changed the perceptions of what we thought just a Watch Dogs 3 was
Yeah.
going to be like.
Yeah.
we thought that
Yeah.
it was gonna be just like Watch Dogs 2 or Watch Dogs
Yeah.
1.
Right.
And it wasn't.
No.
And that
Was a pleasant surprise.
was a very pleasant surprise.
Definitely.
freaking Granny, man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right, so time to reveal game of show overall TGR. I think last year I did this same thing. I said when I think of E3, I want to see something that is new.
Right.
Yeah.
right,
I
right.
want to see something that is exciting.
Cool.
I want to see something that, not that it has never been done before, but you don't see it often.
Right.
And I want to see a lot of it. So a cinematic's not going to cut it.
Right.
And we had a lot of cinematics this
We
year.
sure did.
We had Doom. We had not cinematics, full gameplay. We had Doom. We had Final Fantasy. We had Watch Dogs. We had Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Ultimately, despite what you have seen me say on camera,
Oh.
I think I'm actually going to agree with Onyx that
Ooh.
Final Fantasy VII Remake was this year's game of show, and I'll tell you why. I'm kind of repeating what Onyx said.
That's
I
fine.
hate that it's just Midgar. The fact that it's just Midgar immediately told me it's not going to be a 3-game series, and if it is, they're going to bury most of what was in the original game and not put it in the next 2 installments. We know now, Kitase has said they do not have a plan.
Yep.
They have no idea how many games will be part of this remake collection.
And they did say at one point it was supposed to be 3, right? Wasn't that a...
I don't know if that was confirmed.
Like way back
but
in
it's been
2015.
assumed to be 3
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah.
It ain't going to be 3.
I don't think so.
With just Midgar.
No.
There's no way.
No.
That said, despite that saltiness there, it was beautiful what they showed.
Yes. Oh my god.
To your point about the combat, it wasn't just run in and hack and slash, because it's like, well, how is a boss fight really going to work? They showed us the full Scorpion Tank boss fight,
Right.
and it looked tough. And it added some things that wasn't in the original game. They are adding stuff to this game that was not in the original game.
The cover system, for example.
The cover
was kinda
system.
odd, but okay.
We joked about the Dementors flying around Cloud and Aeris,
Yeah.
which they later said those are... I can't remember what they said those are, but they're new creatures developed specifically for the remake.
Oh.
So, at least I'm pretty sure I saw that was in an interview, that it's not something that's already in the game
okay.
that they're just pulling in. And
Yeah.
it's not her seeing the ancients. It is
Something
new.
Right. I mean, they
So-
are pulling from the compilation. I read an article today where they said that they're going to pull from the compilation of 7 and bringing that into these remakes. So we could see certain aspects that they develop like after,
We could.
and they're going to bring them in here.
We could.
Yeah, so that could be from that.
And, you know, I talked about saying I want to see something new. It is Final Fantasy VII, but they're doing it in a new way, and it looks really good. The action plus the tactical thing. At first I was like, oh, don't slow this down. But then I'm like, oh, well, actually, you know, this might make sense. It brings in the menu combat without having to figure out how to clunkily move stuff around while you're in the middle of combat.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, I get it. Something new. They showed a lot of it. It was exciting. It sucks that they didn't do the full pull out from Eris above
Didn't
Midgar
they do it
and down
later?
into the train. They did it later,
Yeah.
but they used the intro music
Right.
to introduce the game.
Bombing
And
mission.
I don't remember if I made a comment about it or not, but when I was sitting here watching it, the feels came up
Oh, yeah.
very
Yeah.
quickly, and I was
Yeah.
not expecting that. It was like, oh, here we go. Like, just thinking about it, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 7. Yeah.
It's gonna be good. So, you know, I think in another year it may not have won. Its
Right.
competition this year there wasn't a lot.
There wasn't a lot of gameplay stuff. Yeah.
As far as like announcements that I'm more looking forward to, it didn't win. But as far as Game of Show, what they showed, Game of Show. Congratulations, Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Cool.
Right. Yep.
Congrats.
No dilly-dally, shilly-shallying going on here, folks.
Oh God, they might pull that from.
If
the
they put that
compilation.
in there,
Please don't.
You know, so it makes sense when they talk about it in the Advent Children portion of the remake.
when they're sitting there at the bar and he's all like,
Listen,
dilly-dally,
what did I always tell you, Cloud? Remember when we were kids? They're gonna retcon it and stuff. Because you know they're gonna. Can you imagine at the end of 7 remake? It's like, by the way, there's another part, and it's Advent Children, guys. You're gonna play through Advent Children.
Oh God.
You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna end the remake on a cliffhanger. She's gonna go, dilly-dally shit, and this is gonna cut right there.
Oh my God.
It's like Avengers. Cut. It'll be dilly-dally. Okay, all right.
That's our award.
That's our award.
Our
Happy
show.
E3.
Happy E3. I think overall, I said it earlier. I think E3 was not as good as previous year.
No.
Not as good as last
It
year.
is definitely the lull, like you guys have said before, the next gen storm.
Which means next year's gonna be bonkers. Get hyped
yeah.
for E3 2020, man.
Let's go.
The hype train starts now.
Yeah.
350 something days to go.
Might see something at the video game award.
Well, yeah, TGA does show a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
And then, well, I don't know. Well, we'll see what happens.
Yes, we will. Anyway, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Let us know the games that you would have selected for Game of Show
Yep.
and the other awards.
And if you're new, welcome. This is our annual awards show, Bob. It's fun. It's cool. Become a patron so you can vote with us. So we can chat, so we can get to know you.
All
what
our
I call it.
patrons get access. Patrons.
Patron.
Patrons.
this cannot continue. You all get access to our Discord.
Yes.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you contribute. So come chat with us. We're having some lively conversations over there. It's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
But all right.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
See
y'all
next
year.
E3.
Yeah.
Baby.
Ooh.
Laters. Like what you saw? Check out some of our other videos.
Be sure to click the subscribe button, hit the little bell, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Thanks for your support, and thanks for watching.